When I met you in the summer, to my heartbeat sound, we fell in love as the leaves turn brown, and we could beat it, baby, as long as skies.
Oh man, I feel terrible.
What happened to you? Is everything okay?
My girls are on the floor and the final test is coming.
Well, if you want to get a good grade, you have to give more yourself study.
I know. But when I try to study, my mind just flies and I lose my concentration.
I'm telling you, you must study a lot more if you want to pass.
Yeah, I get you. Thanks, Jim.
Hey, it's nothing. If you have any problem, you can ask me for help.
I need to learn how to play guitar for the city's contest.
Well, I can teach you tomorrow after school.
Tomorrow, no, I can't. I'll hang out with my girlfriend
When is the contest?
in 5 days.
Wow, for real? 5 days. I learned to play guitar in 2 months. How will you learn in 5 days?
I don't know, dude. But I'll try to practice a lot.
Yeah, if you want to play guitar very well, you have to practice a lot during these days.
Yeah.
Hey, today you have taekwondo practice, don't you?
Yeah, but I have a problem.
What's up?
Today my uncle arrived to Monterrey and I have to clean my house because he's gonna stay there.
What is the problem?
The problem is that my practice finished at 9 o'clock and I won't have time to clean.
If you want to have time to clean your house, you have to meet him at the practice.
You're right, family first.
Hi, what are you doing?
Hi. Actually, I'm not in the mood to talk. I had a car accident yesterday.
That's not bad. Were you the one who was hurt?
No, I wasn't. But the problem is that, if you remember, I don't have insurance and I had to pay for the repairment.
Well, I think you should start earning money. Why don't you try working in a department store? You will probably win the necessary money.
I'll think about it, but if I don't pay it, I won't have any transport.
Eyes are blue. You act so innocent now, but you.
Good morning. Today we are with the veterinarian Osiel and I'm gonna ask him some questions. Good morning.
Good morning, Drew.
How have you been?
Thanks. I have been great. And how about you?
Have been great. Okay. The first question that I'm gonna make you is, what do you think about the animal testing?
Well, what I think about the animal testing is that it's bad, but it's very beneficial for us. It can be dangerous for the animals, but what can we do?
Okay. What animals are used to doing for the test?
Well, the more common animals are the rats, also the monkeys, and sometimes the rabbits and birds.
Okay. The animals used to be the same through the years.
They have been always the same. They only change when they are part of the experiments, if you refer to them.
What are you used to doing when you see an animal suffering?
I can't do anything but just try to think about it. What I only can do, what I have only been used to do, is just to try to apply to them the minimum quantity of, I don't know, cosmetics.
How many animals die approximately in experiments?
Well, I can tell you that real number, because that depends on the experiment. There are experiments who use cosmetics. There are also psychological experiments, and that's more common in monkeys. But there isn't a real number of dice, depends of the experiment, like I said.
Okay, I understand. The people know this information?
Well, nowadays they can, because it's very common to see and search that information through the internet. But there are some false information. You know the stereotypics.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Did the animals who survives used to suffer psychologically or physically after the test?
Well, yeah, there's a lot of animals who have suffered psychologically. Physically, I think that that's just in the medicine term because if I say cosmetics, maybe some of the animals suffer psychologically when we apply them those things, but physically not. And well, like I said before, it depends on the experiment.
Nowadays, are there more laws who protect the animals?
Yeah, that there are a lot of laws to protect them.
Did you used to do something in favor of the animals before of the law?
Yeah, yeah. Well, only what I could do because sometimes I just couldn't do anything. Just only try to protect them. It was very horrible, but well, I'm grateful with the laws that are nowadays.
What would you say to the labs who use animals to do experiments?
Well, what I would say to them is just to try to not use always the animals for the experiments. We animals must change in experiment with humans, but what I mean is with people who are criminals, because you know for me they are not humans. They have already committed a lot of uh, bad things, and I think that they are not more humans, especially the assassins, because they are.
Okay, that's all. Thanks for all the information and thank you for your time
Thank
too.
you to you to let me hear here.
Okay.
Today we are going to talk about the animal suffering. 2 days after Mexico announced its plan to ban wild animals in the circus, the Netherlands became yet another country to take a stand against circus animal abuse. Animal Defenders International (ADA) are hoping the Netherlands and Mexico decision will help push other nations to follow suit.
Thanks to the effort in exposing the horrible truth behind the scene of the circus, ADA and similar organizations have helped sway away public opinion on a once beloved family attraction. They have effectively proven how animal acts in circus do not have any educational benefits, and that the circus can thrive without abusing helpless animals for the sake of entertainment. ADA is currently working with countries to help enforce similar bans. So far, ADA has helped to save 3 lions and countless other animals with their mission Operation of Spirit of Freedom. And now we're going to see a video that shows how the animals suffer in the circus.
My name is Karen, and this is my story. I was born in Thailand in 1969. I guess you could say that I was a summer of love baby. Oh, and I'm an elephant. I guess I should mention that. Let's see. The first thing that I remember is my mom. She and the other elephants would protect me and help me get used to foraging and drinking with my trunk. It's harder than it looks. But when I was about 6 months old, I was captured. That's when my life changed. I was sent to a place called Ringling Brothers Circus in America, away from my mother and my herd, everything I knew. They tied ropes around me and slammed me to the ground. They forced me to perform tricks. Up, down, sit, stand on this, trunk up. It went on and on. And when I messed up, whips, electric prods, and the worst, bull hooks. They beat me, hooked me, and tore my skin, all because I didn't want to do their tricks. But after this happened every day for about a year, I just stopped fighting it. It hurt too much. And the trains, dark cars that were so tiny that we'd have to stand in our own waste for miles and miles, almost every week of the year. Sometimes I'd close my eyes and think of Mom, of her warm trunk, and the miles that we'd walk every day with the other elephants. Then the train would jolt, and I'd see where I really was, chained inside a train car, standing in my own waste. At each stop, we'd perform our tricks, and the families with little kids would laugh and smile at us. I don't think they know what happens to us. At least I hope not. I don't know how people could laugh and smile if they knew. After the show, we'd get chained again and forced back onto the trains, headed for the next town. And this happened for years. And that's where I am now, on the road. Fewer people come to see me, but I still see families with little kids smiling at me. They can't know what happens to us. They just can't, right? My name is Karen, and I need your help.
I remember when I was going back to home from Hawaii, my family and I had to travel by plane because of the large distance between. At the moment we arrived to the first airport in Hawaii, we went to the checkup area and did everything they told. I have to say that American people are and were very racist with every non-American person. Continuing with the story, we were waiting for the plane to arrive. It was supposed it would late 2 hours, but it wasn't like that. We waited for 3 hours for an announcement of the Department of Flights. They say the plane will arrive at 12 a.m. So that means we have to wait for 4 more hours. I will go and talk with the superior, say that person and others with a good mood.
Fortunately, my parents knew what to do and talked with the manager to get another flight and get out of that annoying place. But the story doesn't end here, because after the number of flights were took, the next flight was even worse. We had to keep up and wait for the 8 hours for the plane to arrive. It was an splendid vacation, yes, but the waiting for the planes was exhausting. All these things made me hate American Airlines for the lack of responsibility and work. Seriously, who will sit down on a porch chair and wait for so long?
Summer